When Latter-day Saints tell the story of the first vision today, they often emphasize Joseph Smith's young age when he entered a grove of trees near his family home to seek God in prayer. Like the boy Samuel from the Old Testament, who is also called as a prophet as just a young boy, Latter-day Saints look to the example of Joseph's young age at the time of his vision as evidence that God truly does choose the weak and humble things of the earth to perform his work. According to his 1838 history, as canonized in the Pearl of Great Price, Joseph was an obscure boy, only between 14 and 15 years of age, when he experienced his vision early in the spring of 1820. A look at Joseph's three other extant contemporary first-hand accounts of his first vision reveals an overall consistency in this detail. In his 1835 and 1842 accounts of the first vision, for instance, Joseph identified himself as being, respectively, about 14 years old and about 14 years of age when he experienced his vision. In another retelling, Joseph informed a man named Erastus Holmes that he was about 14 years old when he received the first visitation of angels. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Well, there's one snag. In Joseph's earliest surviving account of his vision, composed in 1832, scribe Frederick G. Williams inserted interlineally that the prophet was in the 16th year of his age when he called upon the Lord for forgiveness of his sins. Assuming this insertion came into the history at Joseph's direction or prompting and wasn't done by Williams without Joseph's supervision, how can we make sense of this discrepancy between Joseph's earliest account of the first vision and his later accounts? The first point to keep in mind is that Joseph was consistent throughout his other accounts in placing his age at between 14 and 15 years old when he received his vision early in the spring of 1820. So too were contemporary second-hand accounts of the first vision recorded or published in Joseph's lifetime, which all place him at that same age. What's more, in the 16th year of my age does not actually necessarily mean Joseph was claiming he was 16 years old when he had his vision, but rather could indicate that he was no older than 15 years old at the time of the vision. The 16th year of Joseph's age would actually have started on his 15th birthday on December 23rd, 1820. At the very least then, Joseph was only off by less than a year in remembering how old he was at the time of his first vision in his earliest recorded account. So while the dating of the vision in the 1832 account is still anomalous, it is not dramatically divergent from Joseph's stated age of about 14 years old and between 14 and 15 years of age at the time of the vision in early 1820 as recorded in his later narratives. Instead of evidence that Joseph was fabricating his story or that he was intentionally deceiving people, a simpler explanation is that when he first attempted to record his vision in the draft manuscript that was never published, he simply misremembered the date or made a simple arithmetic error that he then corrected in later published retellings. The anomalous dating of the 1832 history notwithstanding, the cumulative historical evidence strongly favors the traditional date of the spring of 1820 for the first vision when Joseph was 14 years old.